Before it became the film everyone knows, The Sound of Music was a simple idea. What if the strictest house law in Austria was taken over by singing? Set against the breathtaking Alps, the film follows Maria, a nun in training, who loves music a little bit too much, and she's sent to look after the 7 children of Captain von Trapp, a man so serious he actually whistles orders. Few film moments are as iconic or as breathtaking as the wedding scene from The Sound of Music. As Maria walks slowly down the aisle, the music swells, the doors open wide, and we are drawn into one of the most unforgettable cinematic churches in history, St. Michael's Basilica in the lakeside town of Mondsee. But this is far more than just the film location. The church you see on screen is part of Mondsee Abbey, a former Benedictine monastery with roots stretching back to the year 748. Founded in the early medieval period, the abbey quickly became a centre of learning, culture and faith in the region. Monks here preserved manuscripts, cultivated the land, and lived lives devoted to prayer, following a rhythm that shaped the spiritual life of Mondsee for centuries. Before we delve any further, here's a word from me, your YouTube host. Hello, I'm John, and welcome to John's Music Box, my YouTube channel, well, one of my 4 YouTube channels. Today, in the series, The Sound of Music Calendar Explained. This is what I bought back in August of last year when I visited the city, that calendar, and I'm going to explain it to you. It's all about the church in the town of Mondsee. Actually, it says a cathedral here, so we'll get to find out if it's a church or a cathedral. Well, it's a cathedral church, but maybe that's the correct way of putting it to you. So this is the cathedral which featured that great marriage in the musical, in The Sound of Music. If you're a fan of that, I'm sure you know that scene very well. It's located 28 kilometers to the east of the city of Salzburg, so it's very easy to reach by road. You can get there in about half an hour, maybe a bit longer if you're slower on the pedal. By bus, up to an hour. Only costs €7 by bus from the city of Salzburg. Plus there's the Sound of Music bus tour, which you can also book, I believe, online if you're into the Sound of Music and you want to revisit these places. By the way, in January, I'll just flick back if you haven't seen the previous videos. So January featured the castle, the scene there, the winter scene. In February it was Nürnberg Abbey, also available on this channel if you want to watch that again. And today now I'm going to tell you all about this church cathedral background and some background also about the wedding itself, which took place during the musical. So sit back and relax, and I'll join you at the end of the video. The present church, with its striking twin towers and bright interior, reflects centuries of transformation. Originally Romanesque, it was later redesigned in the Baroque style, filling the space with light, colour and a sense of heavenly grandeur. The high altar, the ornate decorations and the sweeping architecture all draw the eye upward, symbolising the soul's journey towards God. And yet, for millions around the world, this sacred place is forever tied to a love story. In The Sound of Music, this church becomes the setting for the wedding of Maria and Captain von Trapp. Although the real Maria von Trapp was married elsewhere, the filmmakers chose Mondsee for its dramatic beauty, and it's easy to see why. The long aisle, the soft light, and the soaring ceilings create a perfect stage, one of cinema's most emotional moments. As Maria processes down the aisle, the scene captures more than romance. It evokes a sense of reverence, commitment, and something timeless. Marriage here is not just a personal bond, but a sacred covenant. The setting itself reinforces this. A place built for worship, now witnessing a union rooted in love, sacrifice and faith. Today, visitors from all over the world come to Mondsee to step into this scene. They walk the same aisle, stand before the same altar, and experience the quiet beauty of the place where history and film meet. Some come for nostalgia, others for curiosity, but many leave with a deeper appreciation of the church itself. Because beyond the cameras and the music, St. Michael's Basilica remains what it has always been, a house of God, a place of prayer, a place where generations have gathered for worship, for community, and for the most important moments of life. From medieval monks to Hollywood magic, from sacred liturgy to cinematic legend, this church stands as a bridge between worlds. And perhaps that's why the scene endures. Because in that moment, as music fills the air and light pours through the doors, we're reminded of something deeper. That beauty, love and faith, when brought together, create something truly unforgettable. And now it's back to me, your YouTube host, for a final word. From medieval monks to Hollywood magic, from sacred liturgy to cinematic legend, this church stands as a bridge between worlds.
Stunning,
and perhaps that's why the scene endures.
Also nearby,
because in that moment, as music fills the air and light pours through the doors, we're reminded of something deeper. That beauty, love and faith, when brought together, create something truly unforgettable. And now it's back to me, your YouTube host,
now moving on
for a
to
final
April
word.
For the next edition. I won't spoil it. Probably most of you haven't got this calendar, and hope to see you again then in the series of the Sound of Music Calendar Explained. If you've been to Mondsee, please tell me about your visit in the comments, or if you'd like to know more, if there's anything I missed in the audio, visual, voiceover that you've just watched and listened to, just tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like or dislike, and if you could subscribe to the channel. I know that's normal to say on YouTube, but yeah, you know, every one of you contributes to this channel by watching it. Thank you very much again. See you again in another video on John's Box. Bye for now.